It's an AFCON classic, Cameroon versus Nigeria. In other words, repeat or revenge. Let's get into it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
This game is one of my personal favorites for so many reasons. So first of all, Cameroon and Nigeria are neighbors. So there is sort of that rivalry which exists when the two sides meet. But as I said in my intro, well, there is also the factor of revenge or repeat. So let's get into the history of the two sides when they do meet. So Cameroon are 5-time champions of the AFCON. They won the Africa Cup 5 different occasions. But do you know that 3 of them, they won it against Nigeria? Yes, 3 finals they have won against Nigeria. So that's how bitter Nigeria must be, with Cameroon taking 3 AFCON trophies off them. But also for Nigeria, well, since 2000, when they lost their last game to Cameroon in the final of the AFCON 2000, the last, let me say, notable game or an official game, since that game in 2000, they met in 2004. That was in the AFCON quarterfinal, and Nigeria pipped Cameroon and eliminated Cameroon from the tournament. They also met in 2017. That was in the World Cup qualifiers. Nigeria again pipped Cameroon, and Nigeria qualified to the 2018 World Cup ahead of Cameroon. Then they met in the 2019 also AFCON. That was in the round 16 stage. And at that level also, Nigeria eliminated Cameroon. So the last 3 times they have met, it's been all Nigeria who have been smiling. Let's get into the team now. So Nigeria, the AFCON this year has been sort of a one goal journey. One goal journey for the Super Eagles, because in all their games, they scored just 1 goal. Just a single goal. Their first game against Equatorial Guinea, they scored a sole goal, which was from Victor Osimhen. In their second game, they also scored a sole goal, which was the penalty from their captain, William Trostekong. And then in their third game, they also scored 1 goal, which was an own goal from Guinea-Bissau. But despite scoring just 3 goals in the competition, Nigeria have, however, created the most clear-cut chances, or the most big chances in the game. That shows you how profligate they've really been up front, creating the most big chances, but yet scoring some of the fewest goals in the competition. 13 big chances they have created, but they scored just 3 goals. Cameroon, on the other hand, have quite some goals in the competition. So their first game they played against, that is Guinea, they scored 1 goal. The second game they played against, that is Senegal, they also scored 1 goal. And then the third game, which was where all the lights and everything came out for Cameroon, they scored 3 goals in that third game. But going into this match, the bit of worry for Cameroon is they haven't really scored a lot of goals in, let me say, the 90 minutes of play. They're around 90 minutes, because they scored 2 goals in added time or in stoppage time against, that is Gambia. Before, by the 90th minute, they had scored only 1 goal. So by the 90th minute, in all their 3 matches, they have also scored just 1 goal. So it's not really, the two teams don't really score lots of goals. Let me put it, even though they've scored in all their games in the competition. But the worrying bit for Cameroon is they do concede. Despite not scoring a lot, they do concede a lot. So they conceded 1 goal against Guinea. That was in the first half. And Guinea got a red card in that game. So after all, it was quite a bit rare to see Guinea getting a lot on their attacks. In their second game, where they played against Senegal, and Senegal had 11 men, they scored 3. Senegal scored 3 goals. And then in their final game against Gambia, where Gambia also had 11 men, Gambia scored 2 goals. So they really do concede. For Nigeria, it's a different story. I think they have one of the best defenses at this AFCON. They've conceded just 1 goal. Just 1 goal the entire tournament. It's amazing. And they have 2 clean sheets also over there. So for a team who barely concede, playing against a team who barely scores, it's the tie is a bit hanging in the balance. But there's a huge boost for Cameroon, and that is the return of their captain, Vincent Aboubakar. He has been missing from the 3 group stage games, and Aboubakar is the man for the AFCON. He is actually the man. So the last AFCON, which was hosted in Cameroon, Aboubakar scored 8 goals. 8 goals. And he was a top scorer. So he's the main man. He's the target man. And they were without him. But they've managed to scale out of the group stages. So the return of Aboubakar is surely something big, something huge for that is Cameroon. And they hope that it will give them much more goals in the attack. So let me give you my predicted 11 for that is both sides. Let me start first with Nigeria and then go and impose. I have Nwabali, the goalkeeper, to start. I think he's been the surest form of protection for Nigeria. Starting at right back will be Olaina, returning back to the right-hand side. Then the three back, of course, I don't expect the coach to change the three back. Semi Ajayi playing on the right-hand side. William Trosteko, who returns from that is being out of the last game, return back into the lineup to play in the middle of the defense, and then Calvin Bassey playing on the left-hand side. Then left back, surprisingly, I think Saidou Sanusi will return back to play on the left-hand side for Cameroon. Then in midfield, we have two men. They have the return of Yusuf Hassan, but I don't think he gets straight into the team. Frank Onyeka has been doing a good job alongside Alexander Iwobi in midfield. Then in attack for Nigeria, we do have that is Moses Simon playing alongside Samuel Chukwueze. Then up front, the hitman Victor Osimhen, who has actually been missing a lot of chances. I hope he finally gets to deliver over there, but he starts up front for Nigeria. For Cameroon, I don't expect a lot of changes from their last game. So Fabrice Ondwa, I think he'll still maintain his position as the goalkeeper, benching Andre Onana. Then on the right-hand side, Enzo Chato, he played very well in the game against, that is Gambia, maintains his spot. Then in defense, we have Jean Casileto playing alongside, that is Christopher Wu, who was the one who got the goal, which gave Cameroon a spot in around 16 to still play in the game. Then on the left-hand side, we have Nuhu Tolu playing on the left-hand side. So I think in midfield, Cameroon are definitely going to pack the midfield. So they're going to have, that is Oliver Kemen playing alongside Zambo Anguissa in deep midfield. Then we have, that is Intam playing just in front of the two. Then in attack, I think he's going all experience in attack. So Georges Nkodu, who has created some of the most chances in the competition, 3 assists so far, playing from the left-hand side. Then Kao Toko can be playing from the right-hand side. And I think this is where the big change will be. Vincent Aboubakar leading the line for Cameroon as the striker in the AFCON. So this game, a lot of expectations for both sides. I think you're going to see goals in this game. Because anytime Cameroon and Nigeria do play, there is goals. I think that's one thing we are sure of. There is always goals in the game. But I predict Nigeria to win the game by 2 goals to 1. But let me know your predictions in the comment section below.